During our last episode, the Orphans dealt with the aftermath of their confrontation with Tony Stark. Stark voiced his concerns regarding a bunch of superpowered kids banding together under one roof, but saw that there was indeed a need for such a thing and made an offer to the House of Ganymede to financially assist them in making their safe house even safer. He's having a check sent over with the express purpose of having a separate location set up for the protectors of the facility, our ragtag bunch of orphans, to keep watch on the main facility and to bring other superpowered individuals like themselves who have been misplaced during the blip. Colin, still reeling from the revelation dropped on him by Maya, received a call from Martin Lee at Feast, letting him know that Joey Pulaski had returned and was looking for their mutual friend Janice Joystick Januszewski. The orphans went to Feast to retrieve Joey, and Colin, with a little help from Mr. Cuddlebear, decided to convince Mr. Lee to vacate the premises for his own safety along with Old Man Willie. During this discussion, the team stumbled into Sebastian Spiegel, an individual who has apparent ties to the source of the street drug known as K, that you guys have been kind of tracking down over the last couple of weeks. After finding out a little bit more about Sebastian's past, the group decided to venture over to Brownsville in Brooklyn, the location of the most recent lab that Sebastian shared with his mentor, a fellow named Professor Power. Just as they were getting ready to leave, however, Mr. Cuddlebear noted that one of the security cameras there at Feast seems likely to have been one of the sources of a video depicting Colin as Peter and Mr. Lee during their encounter at the Owl's former base of operations where Detective McCarty lost his life. Now, so far, Darius has pretty much convinced Mr. Lee to accompany him back to the House of Ganymede and Malachite. He's asked him to act as bodyguard while the rest of you head to the lab in Brownsville. But we kind of left it on the cliffhanger of that revelation there for Mr. Cuddlebear and the security camera. So I'll pick up right there for you guys.
So yeah, I hadn't actually gotten the chance to tell all that, right?
That is correct, right?
Okay. Um,
Now, at this moment, Lee has kind of taken his absence from you to go gather a couple of things so that he can take it with him to go to Feast. Plus, he's also going to put a call out and see if he can get a bead on Old Man Willie since he's not there at the facility.
and from where we're at, or the angle of the shot is from like the security camera, or does it look like from just that from that hall?
From your memory, it seems as though if you were to fly up to the security camera, it would look almost pretty much like it came directly from there. Yeah,
Okay.
at your best guess.
So just with I guess the network that we have here of the your player characters, I'm gonna be like, oh, this is concerning. Uh,
What?
Remember the array of footage of all of us in the nightclub?
Yeah.
One of the shots was taken here. From the angle, it looks like it was taken from the video, the security video footage.
Yeah, because it showed showed Mr. Lee and me here, right?
Was Lee in the, he was in the picture too, right?
Yes.
So whomever is working for the owl that has been surveilling us has already had access to this place. There might be somebody.
Yeah, which is why we need to get Mr. Lee and Willie out of here.
Yes. I'm just concerned.
How
About?
might somebody get access to that?
Right. If somebody is on the like concerned that it's on what they see.
Is Darius Aquarius still around?
Yeah, he's there with you guys. And Sean, your video's off. I don't know if you know that or not.
My camera's a little wanky right now.
Oh, okay,
so
gotcha. All right. Just talking to a blank screen. It's weird.
Oh,
There's
oh,
the
it doesn't
image.
show my background?
Yeah, I was gonna say there's
yeah, it's got your background in there.
Okay, at least it's got that. All right. Maya's curious, Mr. Aquarius, who might have access to your security system?
well, this would be Lee.
No, you're at Feast. That's not Darius's
Yeah.
system. That's
it
Mr. Lee's. Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's here, right?
He just went upstairs to his office to try to contact somebody to look for Old Man Willie and to gather up a couple things before he went to Ganymede with you guys.
It's possible. It's possible the footage could just have been hacked, but I would prefer to have all of the bases covered.
Mr. Cuttlebill, you mean that camera right there?
Yes.
I point to the camera. Gonna walk over, climb up the wall to it. Kind of look at the camera to see if it's been messed with. It's got any extra parts on it.
Make a reason feat.
Nope.
Yep, looks fine.
Okay. Climb back down. Camera looks okay.
Maybe we should make sure that Mr. Lee doesn't tell anybody where he's going from Feast. If he's up in his office, who's with him right now? And she has this sort of concerned look.
He did go by himself.
Yeah. Either somebody's got access to his security, or somebody inside is providing that information to somebody else outside. So, where is he? We should get him out of here now, regardless.
That's kind of the plan. Sure, he'll be okay with Darius.
She takes off and goes running to where Mr. Lee went.
Mm-hmm. Yep, that would be back up the steps and to the office. Now he has kind of windows in the front of his office that have blinds on them, but he normally leaves those open. They're open. You see him on the phone as you are heading up there, and just as you're coming to the door, he's hanging up. And I take it you come.
She'll interrupt. Who was that? Who did you tell him where you're going? Who was that?
No. I was just putting a feeler out for Mr. Willie. We're trying to scour the streets to look for him. I understand, that Colin is worried about him, so we're trying to find him.
Yeah, well, someone either in Feast has access to your security system and knows and is providing someone you don't want to know your whereabouts and what's going on here, or someone has hacked into your system and is actively monitoring your whole operation. We need to get you out of here now.
Okay, what do you mean they've hacked my system?
We saw footage from your security cameras at the crime scene of Detective
Matt Dillon.
McCarthy.
Sure.
From my cameras here?
Yes, the one specifically in the hallway downstairs. We need to go.
All right.
Don't tell anyone where you are.
I've got a few members of my security team from my regular business that are going out and scouring the streets for Willie. They've got a good description of him. They know his usual haunts. Hopefully we'll be able to track him down. But now that you've told me that, it kind of pisses me off. But you're right. We probably need to get out of here.
Not to be rude, but being everybody's brand new to me, how well do you know this Willie?
Willie? He's been coming here for years. And he's pretty much harmless.
Harmless enough to plant a bug or tell people
Willie doesn't really have necessarily all of his faculties about him. He's still fairly sharp, I think, up here, and he notices a lot. But I don't think he's got the faculties really to be able to pull something like that off, if you're just asking my opinion.
Yeah. Well, it sounds to me like he could easily be manipulated,
Well,
unintentionally doing something.
sadly, I would guess that might be a possibility, but
I would be, I mean, I'm just saying this, but I would imagine both of your lives are at risk right now, possibly for different reasons.
well, I thank you for your concern.
You have everything you need.
I
she starts
think
walking
so.
back
Yeah,
down the stairs.
he grabs
Lock her up.
his briefcase.
What's in the briefcase? I'm just wondering. Any bugs? Any trackers? Any phones? Anything that? Okay.
Not to my knowledge. You're free to check it if you're looking for something specific.
What's in the case? She will kind of just tug at his shirt as she starts quickly going down the steps.
Okay.
He's an older guy, right? Older?
He's probably in his mid-40s.
Okay. And as she comes down, she's gonna think to Fuzzy Butt. So Willie could potentially have actually unintentionally done this, provided the information. He's missing. I would have to imagine that not only Mr. Lee, but Willie might be involved, but I think their lives are in danger for maybe possibly two separate reasons.
Well, Willie could have been.
He's a loose end.
Well, yeah, that could have been anybody.
Well, Willie wouldn't have done anything like that.
Right.
Even if he was, I hear he's simple-minded.
So are many of them.
He's simple-minded, but he knows right from wrong.
Yeah.
Good.
Mr. Lee, has he been acting weird or anything lately? Because if he had been coerced into doing anything, you'd be able to see him being weird.
Well, Willie.
Yeah.
He's always a bit off, but no more strange than usual.
All right, I'm saying we should probably leave, and hopefully we can do this incognito.
Sure.
So they don't know we left. Maybe is there a way out from the basement or a secondary back door that we can sneak out of and go somewhere? And where are we going?
Yeah, there's a service entrance out back. If you want to have someone, you have a car, I assume.
We were heading to the lab, right? That was our thing.
Yeah.
Everybody else is scattering.
Yeah,
but I don't know
was
if we were
taking
taking Mr. Lee there.
You guys have the bus that you brought everybody in, kind of the little mini bus. So Darius was driving it, so I mean he can certainly drive Mr. Lee and Malachite back. Darius kind of said, because of the situation, it might be best to have one of you guys, around just to make sure that Mr. Lee is safe.
Yeah. And Darius has Doritos tummy. So yeah,
the rest of us can sleep. I guess to Shatter. You fly? Do you know how to fly, sir?
Shatter.
Dragon.
Oh,
Yes.
Are you using a different type of microphone than
Yeah,
what you
you're
have
breaking
been?
up.
Oh, it's not a great mic. Can you hear me now?
We can
Yeah,
hear you, but it's just a little bit broken from time to time. It's kind of tinny.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I could go without it. Just sometimes the background gets you.
it really only does it when you lean back.
Okay, I'll lean forward.
There we go.
All right. Yes, I was asking Shatter, do you have the power of flight?
No, I can manipulate all the glass in the world, but not enough to get up in the sky.
How far is it that we're going? Jersey?
No, it's in Brooklyn.
Oh, it's in Brooklyn.
So it's just across the river.
Okay.
Maya, can you take care of him?
I mean, if we want, we could just all fly there. on a
That's what I was asking him if he could or not.
magic slab of onyx.
Yep.
Okay. Then I just need to know where we're going. And if it's going to take longer than an hour, because you won't like me when I'm black for an hour.
No, well, just Brooklyn.
Shouldn't. Yeah.
Yeah, Shatter should be able to guide you there since he knows pretty much exactly where the lab is.
And
Yep, I can take you guys there right now. I don't from here. It's less than an hour, I would think, but we should get going now.
yeah, and Shatter, it's going to be weird. Just go with it.
And your flight powers, Nix, how fast can you go?
I am remarkable.
Okay. And then are you wanting to go full speed, or I mean, full speed for you would be pretty darn fast. That's like over 150 miles an hour, I think.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the platform I'm going to create, or the object I'm going to create, I can move it amazing because it's dark energy control.
Yeah, and that would be even faster, but
yeah, but I wouldn't be able to keep up, so it doesn't matter. It's still remarkable is where it's at. But I was thinking of making like a large toboggan or like a log flume ride where there's just benches where we can all sit in it, and then I would just solidify it and then lift it, and then we'd take off.
Okay, and then ideally, about how fast are you going, and are you going to go like a straight shot pretty much to where he's kind of pointing to?
I'm going to try. Yeah, it goes. But, I mean, I guess I'm going to go really fast to start to get away
I'm
from
going
the
to
building.
recommend we land about a block out.
Okay. Well, and whatever you point me to,
Makes sense.
make sure it's a block away from where we're
Just
actually
don't go. Just don't go faster than excellent speed. That's my flight speed.
Why?
That's his flight speed.
Oh, you're flying. Why don't you just get in the toboggan?
Because you
I
can't.
can.
Because you can't go remarkable anyway. It's too fast.
What?
It's just saying that.
He said it was very fast. Didn't say I couldn't do it. I figured put you guys on like a little toboggan with a shield. You'd be able to zippity doo dah. No, you chicken shits. It's fine. That's fine. That's fine.
I'll fly.
I'm totally fine.
No.
You
You robot cat. Go ahead. Go. All right. So there's this giant log flume ride. It's just frick. And then you will get in and sit down and kind of look over as you see this like figure that kind of reminds you of like a liquid and smoke and swirled pearl, like those black dice that have like a swirl of silver in it. Sort of like that face, and she does not look. She looks unintentionally creepy, I would guess. And her voice sounds very teeny whenever she sounds different when she's all inked up and fully covered in black, this dark energy, than Maya normally does. Like she talks it's more like gravelly, but also like this tin, like she's speaking from almost down a hallway sort of thing. Yeah. All right, so I will lift it up and we'll go excellent speed.
Suit up.
All right.
I'm going to hop right in there and give one of those shrugs that everybody can see that says, "What have I gotten myself into?"
I'll give you a thumbs up.
All right, so Colin and Cuddlebear are flying separately, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Correct.
Okay.
Oh, well, I can't go that fast. So if they're gonna, I'll ride on.
You're going on to Toboggan too? Okay.
Your power armor can't go faster than excellent? Or as fast as excellent?
It's only it's typical as it stands now. But give me some time to tinker. See.
What did you just roll for me?
I'm just rolling a couple of things.
I call
Pray he
karma.
does not roll for more.
I call karma.
Okay, so you guys take off from the back alley behind Feast and start heading in the direction that Shatter is kind of pointing you guys.
Those are intuition rolls.
Oh, I just said that
Shit,
way.
that was an intuition roll.
I don't know how you know that. It could have been anything. Maybe I wasn't even rolling for you.
You rolled from the good table. That's my only.
I
that's
just
rolled
happened to
from the
be
good table, and
clicked
that's
on your
power.
token. You know, it may not have even been for you.
I might be
Clint's
metagaming
intuition
here.
is higher than Spider Wasp's.
Yes, exactly.
Nix,
Yes.
you've got Shatter in your little toboggan, and you're flying kind of along with, or are you riding in the toboggan as well?
I'm riding in.
Okay, all right.
Cuddlebear's in there too.
In your attempt to kind of just check your rear view mirror to make sure that Colin is still behind you, you kind of pick up on something. There's a black sedan that seems to be attempting to trail you. But because you're flying, it is having some difficulty kind of weaving in and out of traffic. Because you're going at a speed that's, pretty consistent and fairly fast in relation to them. I mean, they are really kind of cutting through, so they stick out like a sore thumb because of that.
Okay. As they're moving and like they're turning around, I mean, do I recognize? Maybe like it's at a K car, like is it a standard issue police or government or something like that, or is it seems like it's more high tech, I would suppose. Like, what kind of car is this?
It's probably like a fairly recent model Cadillac. And not exactly a limo, but I mean it's a pretty high-end caddy with tinted windows, all jet black.
I will let Fluffy Butt. Hey, we're being followed.
I will kind of
with my mind, and I'll point out, like as I point, like it sort of has this black tentacle that, and then gets really stiff and points directly down at the car below us.
kind of hop over and look side of the toboggan down there at is pointing.
Would anybody good be following us at this point?
Hmm.
Like, is it maybe Happy?
I mean,
Or that guy, his name? I don't remember. It was Happy, I think. Yeah.
how far away are they?
Pretty far back at this point, and I mean they're struggling to kind of from the look of it, they're struggling to try to keep a beat on you guys because it's dark out, and they're now trying to follow a black toboggan. But
Are they breaking any laws while they do it?
yeah, oh yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
I think we should just lose them. They're already having difficulty keeping up with us. I would take us up faster. Yeah.
Now we want speed. Okie dokie. So yeah, I'll raise it by 300 yards. What is that? 900 feet.
Okay. And Clint, you're still pretty fast.
Yeah, I'll track along
so
with her.
I think that what's the top speed, like 75 miles an hour for excellent?
Let me look in the player's guide. Sounds about right. Might be more than that.
I find it nice that I can create a toboggan that moves faster than my actual flight.
Isn't that funny? Yeah.
It's taking a while to load on me, so if you're looking.
Yeah, I'm looking. Excellent, right?
Yeah.
Actually, excellent is 150. Remarkable is 225.
Yeah.
Damn.
225
So, I mean,
isn't
yeah.
that bad.
I mean, if you
It's like a
guys,
jet.
kick it up, honestly, if you kick it up to 75 miles an hour, you'll probably lose it. Just because they're trying to go through traffic
Yeah,
and everything.
I'm gonna pick it up to 100 miles an hour.
I'll mind over to Cuddle Bear and go, hey, why are we kicking up speed?
We are being followed.
Really? By who?
The black sedan wildly weaving through traffic, trying to keep up with us. But since they seem to be restricted to a car, I'm not stopping. As long as
Yeah.
they're not
I'd like to
flying,
go over buildings.
they're not flying robots, so
Okay. Hey, Karen,
Yes, Colin.
can you get an ID on that car that's following us?
Let me see what I can do. What's your computer system there? I thought we did something for that, didn't we? It's not on your sheet, but yeah, it should be amazing. So roll on the amazing column.
Karma. Look what you did to me. I'm just going to spend the 10.
Jesus.
And you can't raise it above a 1, so yeah.
Right, exactly. Yeah. So I'll just spend the 10.
Yep.
Your system shuts down.
I'm sorry, Colin. I'm unable to trace this particular car. I believe it's untraceable. It's not showing up in any records that I can find.
Get the hell out of here.
That was very convenient. Whew, the GM just went, ooh, boy, dodged that bullet.
Saved by the roll.
You have a button that puts me at 1, don't you? No matter what.
Oh, that'd be nice, wouldn't it?
That would. That's your screen. That's your screen.
All right, so you guys continue along the path. You end up losing the sedan, and you're over the East River and flying into Brooklyn. And I think Brownsville is a little bit kind of northwest, maybe, or maybe southwest. I think it's southwest. Anyway, you guys start flying in the direction that Shatter is kind of sending you. So here, Shatter is kind of what you know. The lab itself is in the basement of an old butcher shop on Chester Street.
Okay.
And you know, just from the last time that you were there, the front has been boarded up to keep up appearances that, you know, the place is out of business. And the backside is completely fenced in with a padlock on the gate. And once you get into the backyard, basically, of the butcher shop, you can easily get in the back door to the shop, but there's a key code to the basement entrance just inside the back door. And you did have a passcode for it, and whether or not it still works, I guess you'll maybe find out. I don't know.
Okay. All right. Okay. So when we get towards Chester Street, I start to kind of point, and I'm like, hey, okay, you see a boarded up butcher shop down there? We're gonna take us about a block and a half away from there.
Are we going to rooftops or are we going to the street? I think, are there people around? I mean, what time is it?
It's fairly late. It's probably after 9 p.m. at this point. But yeah, I mean, there's people driving around on the main streets.
My only issue with rooftop is, I mean, this place, we worked in the basement. I don't know much about getting down there from up there, but we could try it.
Oh, I was thinking a rooftop a block and a half away.
Oh, okay. Rooftop.
Whether we'd land on the street and say, we're heroes, we're here.
No,
or
much,
if we
much better.
Maybe find an alleyway or at least a cubby hole on the street. And I will disintegrate who's on the toboggan? No, the only one that doesn't fly is you. Okay, so I'll reach out and you can see my hand, and it looks like it's dripping with black ink and everything. And then all of a sudden it solidifies to look like a gauntlet. And she just says, grab the hand. And as I do that, the toboggan starts to vaporize and just kind of, and then I'll lower myself along with Shatter to the,
holding on tight.
And then once we get down, I'll basically kind of shake my hand, and like flakes of ash kind of dissipate from my hand, and it becomes more liquidy, freeform after that. And that's it. Wherever we are, about a block and a half away in an alley.
And the streets are, not, I wouldn't say busy. This is a little bit more of a rundown kind of area of town. A lot of the businesses along the street here have closed down or are in states of disrepair. But there's people kind of walking down the street here and there, but it's pretty sparse. Based on where you are, you could cut down the back alleys that kind of run in between the two streets here and stay fairly out of sight for the most part.
Okay.
Before we do that out of character, you told me about the butcher shop in the front being boarded up. Is that just the door, or there are windows in the front?
There's windows in the front too, but it's all boarded up.
Okay, all right. Just curious.
Hey, Shatter, what kind of security system are we dealing with at this lab?
One with a hefty price tag. That was one of the first things they installed at the lab when we moved it here. Professor Power was extremely secretive about this project. I mean, they did not, as far as I know, they didn't really spare any expense on security in the form of either locked doors with key codes or hired muscle or what have you. There was always somebody watching somewhere.
And on the hired muscle front, you know for sure that there were 5 guys that were brought in by the Mr. Lee that you came to know to help keep an eye on the place as security when everything kind of changed over from the other lab. And there's a new lab guy that was brought in to oversee the project as well, and he normally was there, off and on, especially at nighttime. He had a tendency to be there, and I think you seem to remember his name was like Bert.
That's the other lab guy. Okay. So I, in explaining kind of more about the security, I tell them what I remember, and that there were 5 guys. I tell them guys, I could never remember any of those security guards. I just called them all Jim. Jim was always in the building, at least one of them. And typically there were at least 3 on patrol. I never saw 5 of them together, but I don't know if they could be in the building in separate parts of the building, patrolling in groups, or exactly how they move. I was always in the lab. And then when we got there too, there was it used to be me and Professor Power, but there was a new guy. It was either Bart, I think it was Bert.
Hey, Bert.
Okay, so 5 guys. Cameras everywhere.
Yeah. I might suggest maybe Mr. Cuddlebear does a little recon for us. Maybe I can open up a hole somewhere.
I will certainly scout ahead as per usual.
Mr. Cuddlebear, if you see any of the cameras, let me know. I could be able to break the lens on them to at least keep us out of sight.
I may be able to short them out as well.
Yeah, how large of an area are you able to use your powers? Are you able to shatter glass over an area, like football field, a mile, 2 miles?
Yeah, Chris, I don't think we had ever, out of character, I don't think we'd ever specified that for sure. I'd have just been working under the assumption it had a solid range of 30 to 50 feet, somewhere in there,
What is his rank in the glass manipulation?
Amazing.
Oh,
Okay.
That's pretty good.
That's at least 20 areas. I have the range to it. On the lowest one, that's 20 areas.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so
On the
that's
lowest one. All right.
Yeah.
It's good to know. I could have, popped the car's tire from our distance.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Now I know.
Yep. So yeah, that'd be
I could've
20
shattered
areas.
the
Yep.
Okay.
All right. Maya will kind of lean over and talk to Shatter and says, "Oh, by the way, unless you're invited, I would strongly advise not touching me." And as she kind of turns around, she'll take her hand onto the brick wall and kind of just like she's finger painting, just kind of and as chunks of brick kind of sizzle and disintegrate off, and there's this basically like a hand print or a mark going on the wall, and then she starts whistling as she uncloaks, and she's looking just like Maya as she enters the street basically to look normal.
That makes Shatter a little nervous, and he maybe doesn't even realize he's doing it, but he goes fully see through, windowless, and mutters to himself. And I thought I had problems.
Cuddle Bear will think to Shatter directly. She has issues, mainly being possessed by an otherworldly entity, but you will get used to her. Luckily,
Do you
she's
know
on our
that?
side.
Do you know that though?
I don't know the specifics of it, but I know you were, from what you had told us, that you were possessed by something.
Oh, I did. Okay.
Yeah, and I'm, ridiculously smart, so yeah, I could
Well,
kind of
yeah,
put two and two together.
I figured that much, but I don't remember saying anything other than to comment. So I was just curious.
Right.
Because you wouldn't have been able to detect it mentally, though.
Although I could have certainly overheard the conversation you had about
Oh, with Darius Aquarius.
certainly
Sure, that one too. Yeah. Stop leaning back when you
for my
talk.
hyper hearing. Oh, sorry. Yeah.
You go in and out every time. All right. So she just goes and walks towards the butcher shop on the street.
All right, kind of cutting through the back alley, right?
Yes, we're taking the back way in.
Yep.
The back door.
I'm gonna be having my power, like I'm searching for powers outside of our own the entire way.
Okay, and you've got a 10 area range on that?
Oh, I think that's what we talked about. Yeah.
Okay. So you guys end up going down the back alley behind the butcher shop, and you can see that the shop itself has a fenced-in area that would have been like a little back parking area there, and it's chain link fence about 8 feet tall, and it's got those little slivers of plastic that run down there, the green slices of plastic that you just kind of feed in through there and weave in through, just kind of keep visibility kind of to a minimum back there. There does seem to be a camera posted on a long post that kind of just goes maybe about 2 or 3 feet above the fence, attached to a pole on the fence there.
Right off the bat, I know if we walk past that, we're going to be seen, and without really even, checking with anybody else or seeing if this is a good idea, everyone should just hear a little pop of glass as I shatter the lens from afar and let everyone know. See that over there? No, I don't have to worry about it.
Okay.
Excellent.
Maya will ink up again.
No, go. Okay. And I'll web it just to make sure.
Okay.
I trust you. Just making sure.
So from there, you said there's an entrance into that little
and it's
backyard.
Padlocked shut.
Padlocked shut. Okay. So I go up and I'm kind of yanking and pulling on that. I'm like, I got nothing here, guys. This isn't glass. I don't have a key.
Oh, I walk through it.
Just walk through the fence.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let me check out ahead.
Okay. Hey, Karen.
Yes.
How's your remote hacking capabilities?
They're adequate.
Go have fun with the security system, particularly the cameras. Bring them down.
Do you want me to do that now?
Put your feelers out and see if you can. Don't do it yet.
Go ahead and give me a roll on the amazing column. Why don't you add that there? Just put that under Karen's name.
Yeah, I will.
Okay.
Karma. Mother.
Jeez.
What the hell did you get this time?
You're rolling like I was last time.
I'll take it to green.
All right.
I can do that with 10, actually.
I should be able to shut down the security system, but I don't know if I can do it without alerting them.
Okay.
There would be a risk.
Don't do it yet. But we'll keep it in mind.
And I just kind of trot up to the building, sniff around.
Can you sniff around inside and see what else they got in there, security-wise?
You're talking to Karen again, right?
Yeah.
Oh, Karen, I thought you were talking to Cuddlebear. Sorry.
No.
And
Okay. Yeah, I mean, there's at least 2, 3, 4 more camera units on the inside of the building, all of which are downstairs, below ground level. And then there is a definite alarm system that is connected to the touchpad that goes down to the basement.
Gotcha.
All right, so Cuddlebear, what are you doing?
I'm gonna approach the building and I just kind of go into through like one of the sides, basically.
Did you guys hear that?
See if I can
That really was choppy for me. I couldn't understand that.
Yeah.
Oh, damn it! All right, let me try it without the headset. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty clear.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna just kind of phase in and like peek through and see if there's anybody inside, like the first room I come to. Like not coming in through the door, but coming in through like a wall.
Okay. Yeah. So you go in through the side of the building and come into really a pretty decrepit former butcher shop. There's some glass counters there, all of which have been busted in. There's glass laying all over the floor. The smell of meat, rotten meat, still kind of hangs in the air. But at least all of that has been cleaned out of there for the most part. But I mean, it's pretty rank in here for sure.
Does it looks like it has been recently used or not in a while?
No, it's been a while. Mm-hmm.
I'll let everyone know. It stinks of dead flesh in here.
But
This
then
butcher
that,
shop is not sanitary.
that back door where that feeds out into the alley, basically, there's another door just directly across from that. And that's what has a little keypad right next to that door there.
I'm gonna just kind of reach up and kind of phase my paw through it, like I'm fucking up the lock to
Through the keypad?
short out the electric mechanism. Yeah.
Okay. All right. You short it out and you hear a ka-chunk just inside the door.
This is the door that's going to the alley, or the door going to the alley, right?
Oh, no. Sorry, if you didn't understand that correctly, the door going to the basement was the one that had the keypad on it.
Oh, okay. No, that's fine. Yeah, I still want to do that.
Okay. And then you heard the ka-chunk from that door going to the basement.
Okay. I'll tell everyone the keypad has been disabled. We have access to the basement. There's no one I'm hearing or sensing on the top floor, right?
On the top floor, correct.
Top floor is totally clear. Would you like me to check out the basement, or do you want to rendezvous here now?
Get us in. And Shatter's like, get us in. I don't want anybody going down there by themselves. It's been too long since I've been down there. I don't know what Professor Power's been up to. It's not safe to go down there by yourself.
Okay.
Agree.
So then I'll head to the door to basically like open the locks so they can get in.
Okay.
Aaron, has there been any change to any of the alarm system? Are they aware of any change?
I think it is highly likely they may be alerted to your presence at this time.
Are there sirens going off or anything?
Shut down their cameras.
All right, give me another roll.
Karma.
Yeah. Damn, dude.
Jesus, dude. Last time you were rolling 97s and 98s.
What the hell did I do to the world last couple of weeks.
Do
I'll
you want to take it up to a
green.
green?
Virtual
Okay.
gods are not.
The gods are not in my favor.
Nyx will unroll like what looks like a tentacle, and then it solidifies, and it looks sort of like a trapeze sort of bar that's just hanging. And she'll look over at Shatter, and she starts to lift up. She says, "Want to ride?"
Yeah, thanks. That's easier than what I was gonna do, and hops up.
All right. And then she just kind of hops over, like flies over, and then drops him right on the other side of the fence. And then she, her form kind of turns into a large snake-like creature and heads to the ground. So she's just about a foot above the ground going to that door. As a, I mean, she didn't, her physical form is inside this, but she's just creating a snake-like thing to.
You hear Spider Wasp go, God, I'm glad I can fly.
And then Shatter, once we walk in and we're in the decrepit butcher shop part, out of a sense of unease and extra security, all the glass in the room starts to kind of slowly move around and float up and starts to piece together, almost around and move toward me and around me, almost like a protective glass bubble that I'll be making and using as a bit of a body armor out of all the glass I can find on the floor.
You okay there, buddy?
Yeah, you like a silly putty for glass or something, or like what? Just like use you and stomp you on the ground, and you just
Guys,
pick up all the glass shards.
I can't explain it, but this at least makes me feel safe.
All right.
I'm not going to say anything.
Colin,
Yes.
systems are rebooting. If you're going to be moving in, I would suggest haste.
Let's go, guys.
Into the basement.
Shatter takes a deep breath and kind of marches ahead of everyone straight for that door, kind of pushes it open to head downstairs. He knows there's no other way at this point.
And any camera that we pass, I'm webbing.
Okay. Yep.
All right, I'm loading up a map for
Nyx
you.
is going to stay in a bit of a
Are you
snake.
with those rolls?
Once we get into the building, Nyx will go from the floor to the ceiling in her sort of sneaking.
Okay. Once you guys get into the stairwell leading down, you kind of feel the temperature drop, maybe about 15 degrees. It gets a lot cooler as you guys are coming down. And for Sebastian, that's pretty common. You know that they try to keep this area fairly cool down here because of the product that he's making. At the base of the stairs, there is a sliding door, and Sebastian, you know that that's motion sensor, and that when you hit the base board there at the bottom of the steps, that will come open.
Okay.
Timer Bravo on the animated mist.
Oh, well, thank you.
Oh, yeah, it looks great.
There's animated mist.
Yeah, you can see the mist moving.
And run that
That
by
is
me
cool.
again, just real quick. There, the motion sensor detection is at the bottom of the stairs.
Yeah,
and
at
that's
the
what
bottom.
opens that door.
Bottom of the steps. Once you reach there,
Oh,
there's a
yeah.
motion sensor down there.
It's been a few weeks since I've been in the lab, but I remember what's behind that door, right?
Yeah, that's pretty much where the refrigerators are, keeping the stock of the product that he was putting together.
Okay. So as we're going kind of down the stairs, like right before we get to that point, I kind of hold everybody up and I point over to that door, and I kind of let them know. I'm like, hey, I think that's where he was keeping everything after we would finish it in the lab. And the second we go down here, that door's going to pop open, guys. We don't know what's behind it right now, but I remember that was the only way to open that door was this motion sensor detector down here. And, it's right in front of us.
Is it on the ground or on the ceiling? Am I going to be, if I go to the door, am I going to trip it?
No.
The sensor is above the door.
It's above the door.
Mhm.
And I assume any motion whatsoever, even on the ceiling, would be detected. Yes.
Likely so. Yeah,
Okay.
it's kind of a really stepped up version of the sensor at the grocery store.
Got it.
I sense the
Well-
powers up.
Are we? Yeah. I was
You
gonna
are
say, we
within
going in or
10
not?
feet or 10 areas of what's in here. So, yes, you do.
What am I feeling?
Hmm?
What all am I feeling there, buddy?
You got thick skin of good.
So you can take
Um,
shit.
Elasticity of remarkable. Body armor of remarkable.
And that is a superpower, not just a suit.
That is a superpower, yes. If it was a suit, I wouldn't be giving it
Yep.
to you.
I'm just making sure you weren't making a mistake.
That's all right. Body armor of good. I don't know how to phrase this without really. We're going to say enhanced strength. That would take you up to incredible. Okay.
Okay.
And I think that's it. Yep, that's it.
All right, guys. Before we get in there, I'm sensing some powers in there.
All right. Are we wanting to blitz this, or do we? I mean, I don't know if we can get in here quietly.
Yeah,
So I'm
they know.
wondering.
I think
I
they already
would
know that
just
here.
be-
Just
Oh
to
well,
let you.
I'm
Some of
saying
these
that
guys
I
are-
can fly faster than that door could open. If someone
Shatter-
can trigger it to open, I'll fly fast as I can through it, and we can all come in and attack. I don't know. Depends
Shatter
on what
lets
we
everyone
expect.
know. He's gonna let everyone know right off the bat. Look, I was late a couple times to this place and tried to sneak in. There is no sneaking.
And I guess we have to be bold.
One of the guys in there is stretchy.
What was
What did
that?
you say?
Said one of the guys in there is stretchy. Just so you know, one of the guys is pretty strong. There's at least 3 people that have got some sort of body armor.
Oh, jeez.
So we got at least 3 people in there.
Can I do like Nix is just gonna turn to Shatter and says, "That seems like some heavy hitters. Anything else we might be missing?"
You know that there was one big dude that came along with that crew of 5.
Yeah, the biggest gem. The biggest gem stood at least what? I mean, the guy must have been at least 6'11", if not 7 feet straight up. He was huge.
That's probably about right. And what they were, 2 of the guys were a bit eccentric from your recollection. One of them really liked dressing up in a nice country cowboy getup, and the other one looked like he stepped right out of a 1940s gangster flick.
Or did I say we go in hot heavy?
Yeah, Nix turns to Colin. I think maybe we should incapacitate as many as we can.
Exactly.
All right.
And then
Um,
I remind everyone right off the bat. Look, if the professor's here again, please, I don't want to see him get hurt. He's probably the only one who can cure me.
We're not,
I'm thinking-
we're not trying to hurt anybody. We're just going to incapacitate.
Okay.
Just trying to get this off the streets.
And I wink at Nix.
She's going to say, "Well, you know what, Mr. Shatter, maybe you should be the one to trigger open the door. That might give us enough time for them to go, oh, we know who you are,' kind of thing. And they might be stunned enough for us to fly in and."
Yeah, but do they know that you can cover yourself in glass?
As far as I know, nobody saw me when I left the building, so I don't know if they knew what had happened to me or not. But I do agree with Spider Wasp that I think that's the best plan.
All right. Well, I'm wondering, maybe not be in glass mode. Maybe just trigger the door by yourself. Is that possible? Because that might be like, oh yeah, hey, it's the glass dude.
Cuddlebear can go with him if he's not suited up.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
they might.
If you want just like a distraction, I could just go in and they'll be like, "What the fuck?" And then
There's a chance they'll. I mean, they'll recognize. They'll recognize me, and as far as the glass part goes, I mean, I am see-through now, but I can't access my human form. I'm still pretty fucking reflective, even without this, you know?
Oh, I thought you can turn it on and off. I didn't know you were like...
No,
like
I can go out of character here. I can go fully see-through, like you can see through a window, or I can be a little more reflective, like, you know, to kind of mesh with skin tone, or like be mirrored.
But you're still going to be a little shiny, yeah?
Yeah, he's glossy.
A little. I'm always going to be a little bit shiny and definitely breakable. So
okay, got it. All right. Well, yeah. Puss in Boots.
Mr. Cuddlebear, you said you might be able to walk in to provide enough of a distraction first. I don't mind being the one to do it, but if we want to go that route, couldn't hurt. I mean, I don't know how these guys feel about cats, but
he's used to it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Just in regular form. Walk in.
Nyx will just basically be waiting for the door to open.
Okay.
And then as soon as Cuddlebear goes through, if I hear anything, we will fly at remarkable speed into the room.
Know.
And I turn to Cuddlebear and ask if he's ready.
Yes, I am ready.
How far into the room are you wanting to go?
I'll just pop over to like the other side of the door here.
Okay. And since you're intangible, it's not activating the motion sensor.
Is there a console on the inside here?
What type of console?
Like is there like another keypad or something?
Nope, not here.
Okay.
I'll walk up to the door
and open it.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So Cuddlebear walks in. You see two guys at the end of the hallway. One of them that's dressed completely in blue. The other one that is dressed head to toe in black. And the guy that's in blue is basically in just kind of a jumpsuit. But the guy in black is like skin tight suit that he's wearing.
When I come in, I just start kind of sniffing the floor and kind of just looking around, like I'm just like curious, like how the hell did I get in here?
They were both heading in that general direction anyway, so they were kind of moving towards you as you were walking in.
Do I feel like they saw me when I opened the door?
Well, okay, and so now the door is opening, and that definitely, they see the cat first, and they're like, what the fuck? And they're looking at each other, and then the door opens, and then they spot you.
Let's sling both of them.
Okay.
Sorry, I lost connectivity.
Oh, are you back?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Let's see.
What I miss?
We're just starting some combat here.
Distraction and web into the face.
I am in my suit, so I get a +2 column shift on that. Because that's an agility roll.
Mm-hmm.
Yay. 81.
Alrighty. You did call karma, right? Did not call karma.
I did not.
Okay.
Because I was rolling on unearthly.
All right, so we have good and incredible. All right.
Well, damn.
All right, subtract 4 column shifts from that roll.
Takes it down to remarkable.
And is that a green, yellow?
Remarkable is still a yellow.
No.
Still a yellow. Okay, all right. So you hit them both. Let's just see about this guy here. Okay, that's cool. That now blows the element of surprise. So we're gonna roll for initiative.
So would I have been able to fly in yet? Or
Oh yeah, you can fly in. Yeah.
okay. All right, I guess I'm just initiative.
Are you wanting to kind of have an element of surprise on them as well?
I did. I wanted to basically like throw my goop around their heads.
Gross. Okay.
Yeah.
throw some goop.
Yeah. Basically, let's go with the cowboy dude.
He's not there yet. You can't see him.
I thought this hammer guy.
Yeah, that he's the guy. You missed that part. Yeah, he's in like a blue jumpsuit.
Oh, okay. And then the other guy looks like a mobster.
Nope, he's just in all black, solid head to toe. It's like skin tight. So the descriptions that you were given, not these two guys.
Not these two guys. Okay. Yeah. Well, I'm gonna assume that the guy in the blue jumpsuit. Are we talking tracksuit or like?
Yeah, like a tracksuit. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, definitely that guy. Fuck jumpsuits. So I'm going to summon dark energy and solidify around his head.
Okay.
That's just my control, yes? 53 green.
And are you intending on doing damage to him with that?
No.
Okay.
It's just going to solidify like a little bobblehead around his head.
Gotcha. All right, so now we'll roll some initiative here.
That's just D10, yes?
Yep.
Do you roll for us or no?
Yeah, well, if you guys want to go to the combat tracker, you can roll for yourselves, I believe, if you just hit the dice on the side.
Sweet.
Okay, say that the combat tracker dice on the side. Say, all right, walk me through that again.
Up on the menu on the right-hand side, there should be a fist up there.
Oh yeah, the little fist. Okay, yep. And then, he's got. Oh, okay. And then that's
and
the
then
one.
That does not take into account my initiative, or
it doesn't.
My bonus?
Does not add your bonus. You just have to let me know what that is, and I can add it on for you.
Got it.
So, Nix, what's your bonus?
+3.
+3. Cuddle Bear, what's your bonus?
I do have a +3.
Shatter?
No bonus.
No bonus? Okay.
Yep.
Spider Wasp.
+1.
Okay. All right. Let me roll for my two little fellas here.
That sucks.
There we go. Okay.
All right. Just so you know, Tyner, I'm not able to edit my character sheet. So it says 175 instead of 180, but I'm keeping track on my separate sheet for now.
You should be able to change that. It's 180.
Yeah, it's 180. When I click into the space, it won't let me delete anything.
Weird. Okay.
Oh, I did. It works great, unless you did it.
I did do something. If you right click on your token, it'll pull up your health underneath. You can change it down there.
Nope, I can't.
Well, we'll rack that up as another reason to hate Foundry.
We'll figure it out.
I'm able to do that. See, that's so weird. Some stuff I can do, you can't do.
That's so weird. It's got to be because I'm attached to a character sheet.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. All right.
Okay. All right. So, Nix, you're up first.
Hot stuff. The individual that I gooped, what is his response to that?
He basically reaches up to his head at that point. Now, if he does that, is he going to damage himself?
No, it's solid.
Still solid. Okay.
Yeah, it's only when it's the energy.
Okay. Yeah. So he's reaching up there, trying to feel what that is that's blocking.
Yeah, it's just a strong black, like stone, I guess. I am. I'm gonna go for multiple actions. That's what I'm doing. That's fighting, correct?
Fighting. Yep.
Fighting. 38 green.
What's your fighting?
I just didn't fuck myself. Is that it?
Your fighting is incredible. So no, you'll get one extra action.
Oh, so I have to. All right, cool. I'm going to do the same thing to the skin tight leather pant dude.
Okay.
98
Oh,
red.
there you go. Okay, all right. So you hit him with that as well.
Yep.
And then he kind of does the same thing. It just kind of startles him. He starts reaching up top, trying to grab whatever's there, but he can't get purchase on it.
Okay.
Next up is Mr. Cuddlebear.
All right. Next, as those guys and what it looks like. So I'm going to just kind of dash on by them. They're just in regular outfits, right?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't consider a giant skin tight bodysuit like normal clothing, but
Not normal clothing, but it does not seem to be enhanced in any way, if that's what you're asking.
we have Grace Jones and Russian Mafia.
Right.
The guy named the Snake. I might as well just gonna take a swipe on him as I go by,
Okay.
just with my claws.
Yep.
Which I'm not really much for fighting normally, so we'll see how this goes. What's my fight? Never mind the way. 14 is not gonna hit.
No karma.
No, I wasn't gonna really. I mean, my strength is only excellent, so it's not like I'm gonna do a whole lot.
Now you don't have the armor up, right?
No, I'm just in attack form because I was mainly gonna just keep moving and peek my head through the other door here.
Okay. Are you wanting to peek through this round?
Yes, if I may.
Okay. All right. So you stick your head through, and the door opens.
Oh.
And there is this big dude that basically fills the doorway there, and he is as big as an ox, and is wearing like a yellow hoodie, and he looks down and he sees this little tiny cat standing at his feet, and we're gonna roll a reason feat for him, which is poor.
I am in phase, just to remind you, because I was trying to poke my head through.
Yeah. And he's got a white. He looks down as the door opens and he's like, "Oh, kitty." And he reaches down to pat your head.
Yeah, I'm still gonna stay in phase. I don't know you, man. Don't touch me.
Okay. Shatter, you're up.
Okay, both the other two dudes have that shit over their heads, right?
Yep, they do.
And they're webbed in a cocoon.
Mm-hmm.
And that door to the refrigerator room is open. Yes?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Okay. I'm going to. Oh no! One more question. Okay, so the two dudes that have the thing around their head, can they still hear and talk and stuff, or is that blocking is that thick enough they're blocking their sound too?
Since you have not. Well, hold on.
Yeah.
Since you have not fought with Nyx, you don't know the answer to that question.
I have no idea. Okay. All right. Good deal.
And,
okay.
And there's not enough
like
time here to
Spaceball
ask.
action.
Yeah.
Okay. So, with Ox distracted by the cat, I'm gonna run in and see. I'm essentially looking for the professor. I'm gonna peek behind any door I can get to, including the refrigerator room. I'm looking around for any evidence that he's been here recently. While they're dealing with those two dudes who are now incapacitated and one who's petting a cat.
Mm-hmm.
I'm here for a reason. I'm gonna look around real quick.
The best way to do that then would probably be to wall crawl the ceiling with your tentacles, and then try to climb over top of Ox as he is bending down to pet the cat.
Okay, all right. I wasn't 100% sure how much shit was in between me and him. But yes, let's do exactly that.
All right, so that's no problem. You can move yourself basically to the room right next to Ox there. That'll put you just inside that room.
Like this kind of, or
yeah, if
like
we just put you like, whoop, yeah, right in there would be good.
okay, got it. Okay.
And so you're familiar with this area anyway. You've seen most of this before.
Right.
Now, when you broke out of the lab a couple of weeks ago, you saw, you broke out of like a canister that is like the one that you see up in the upper right-hand corner there.
Okay.
And it was a containment area that was kind of keeping you safe, and where they could kind of do experiments and draw samples and stuff like that from you. Okay. That's what you broke out of. Now, that was in the room that was behind this one, which you actually can't access because I don't have it on the map. But inside this one is another individual. And it is a large individual, bigger than the Ox guy that you're kind of looming over the top of right now. And it is gray skinned, completely devoid of hair, bald, and its features, the facial features, are pretty nondescript. And it has two very large eagle-like wings on its back that are a bright white.
Okay. The sight of the I don't see anyone else standing around that thing, or
you do. Right in front of that is the guy that you remember having the kind of cowboy outfit on.
Oh yeah. Okay. There's all right.
You couldn't remember his name before, but now you called everybody Jim. You said, but now you remember this guy's name is Montana.
Aha. Okay. All right. So I'm seeing Montana standing there, and I'm seeing him, I guess, overlooking this person inside this canister.
He actually has kind of turned his attention over towards where Ox was, because at this point they all kind of know something's up because the computer systems kind of went down. So they're all on a little bit of an alert. Ox is just dumb enough to be distracted by a cat.
Okay. All right. And at that point then, I don't like what I'm seeing over there, and I remember what happened to me, and I kind of drop off the ceiling and turn my attention toward, and I'm like, Montana Jim, where the hell is the professor?
Well, boy, you came back to the fold. How about that?
Yeah, you could say that. I'm back. Yep, but I need to see the professor. Where is he?
Well, I guess this here's a welcome home. And he reaches back and he pulls out like a rope. It's a lariat. And he starts spinning it over his head.
Yeehaw!
And it's crackling with electric energy.
Okay.
At this point, it goes to Hammer, Harrison. These guys are going to go after you all because they didn't get in on the initiative here. So Hammer, he's working on trying to figure out what's going on with his head, and you see him now just start pounding the ball that is over top of his head.
He's webbed, so he wouldn't be able to move his arms.
Oh, his whole body's webbed?
Yeah.
Okay. Then he's going to attempt to break out. That was last round, correct? That you did.
However you want to count it. If you want to count it, since it was last round, then it's monster. If it's last round, then they're monsters.
Okay. All right. So he cannot move. And it goes to Spider Wasp.
Spider Wasp sees Ox reaching down to pet Cuddle Bear, and that's all he can see, right?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Other than these guys trying to struggle against lava.
Yep.
So I'm going to move down to about there.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to web Ox.
Okay. Go ahead and make that roll.
And I will, since he's so big, I'm going to go with both arms.
Okay.
And I'll call Karma.
All right.
That's what I was waiting for.
And I'm glad I fucking
Jesus
did.
Christ, dude.
Brutal.
Wow.
Brutal.
Yeah, I'll take it to green.
Okay.
You need to give us some armor this round because I didn't move any over.
And
I don't think I've seen you have a night's bad ever.
I know. This is the worst I think I've ever rolled, and I've had some bad nights.
But yeah, this is like crazy.
I was in the teens last week for like 4 or 5 rounds, but I didn't roll 1s and 3s. So
Yeah.
congratulations, Colin.
You're very welcome.
all right, so Nyx, you see this. Spider Wasp does not because he's got his back to it. But the one that had his head in the thing and was all in black just begins to kind of almost melt and kind of goes almost like putty. And his body just kind of flows out from the webs and from the ball on his head.
Oh, so he's the elastic one.
Yep, just kind of goes into a little bit of a anamorphous puddle of goo.
Okay.
Ox has been webbed at this point. And I know you've got another action there, Nyx, but I'm gonna see if he can get out of this while the getting's good. Oh damn! He was the one that could probably break through it.
Yes.
Virtual dice are cold. All the dice are cold though.
And Montana is going to attempt to lasso old Shatter. All right, so he's got a green. All right, so Frick, you got this electric lasso now that has flown in from Montana's direction and it has got you like around the shoulders and it's pinning your arms down to your chest. You do have that armor on.
Yeah.
So this will actually eat up about 30 points on the armor.
Okay. Got it.
But it does you no physical damage.
Okay. Perfect.
And then we roll back around to Nyx.
Yeah. So I guess the head ball just
Yep.
hits the ground. I see this as he melts out of it. He's kind of just like on a floor. Is he now building himself back up into something?
He really kind of looks like the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man after he got held over the fire for just a little bit too long.
But he's human size, like he's just melting a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm just gonna summon dark energy around him instead of just his head, and then I'm gonna solidify it. So it's basically a giant cylinder.
Okay.
76.
All right. So you got him. He doesn't have another action to be able to try to get away from you. So you got that.
And for movement, I have yet to move. I still get. I can move still, right?
Yep.
In addition to the actions. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
What's the doorway? Is it blocked by Ox?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I mean,
and I couldn't get over the top of him and then through the door.
No, because he's pretty much the whole thing. The way that he got webbed, he probably got webbed while he was bending over. So you've probably got a little bit of purchase there.
Yeah. I'll let them deal with that. I'll move. She'll move up a little bit, and that's it.
Okay. Alrighty, and then I think that was the last action. Nobody else had any extras, correct?
No, I did roll this time.
Okay. All right, so we'll roll back around to the next round. I'm rolling for the two other guys. All right, so it rolls back around to Nyx.
Keep the same numbers? All right, great.
Yep.
Do I have to roll again for multiple actions?
Okay.
red. So
All right, that gives you 2 extras.
I got 3. I'm going to in the cylinder.
Mhm.
Inside the cylinder, I'm going to start summoning dark energy and fill it up gradually.
The cylinder that is housing the creature with the wings.
No. The cylinder with this guy right here.
Oh, okay, gotcha. All right.
I just created him. I created the cylinder. I'm
Mhm.
now going to fill it up with.
Oh, okay. And then the intent
it would be the dark energy poison that he would be I guess this round he would have to do the remarkable endurance feat.
Mhm.
Or it's maybe the second round. No, it's the second round of contact. So this one doesn't matter. It's the next round he would have to start rolling. But yeah, I mean, I'm sure he feels it like a salt bath. Everything starts effervescing in his little crevices. Like, oh, hey. That's it.
Okay, cool. Cuddle bear.
Seeing Ox all webbed up, I'm going to kind of bound past him. And so, what's going on in here? What's all this then?
All right, so you see the same large canister that is holding this large, giant-looking figure with wings, and he is kind of very weak and kind of passed out almost in this container. You see the cowboy very close to you, and around the corner from your vantage point, you see the fixer standing behind a console there, looking over the canister that houses the giant figure. And directly behind him is the gentleman that looks like he walked out of a 1940s mobster flick. And they both are kind of frantically, working on trying to either shut things down or work on, some of these systems that are on the sides of the walls there and the main console that faces the canister.
What are you doing to this poor soul?
Who are you asking?
The fixer.
Okay. What? Who said that?
I said, what are you doing to this poor soul?
Are you using any kind of power to get him to talk to you?
No, I'm just speaking to him telepathically.
And you basically hear him go, shit, fuck, now I'm hearing things, Jesus Christ.
Montana is engaged with what's his face, right? With
Shatter.
Shatter.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And he's using some sort of electric lasso.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Oh, but the lasso doesn't seem to be hurting in Shatter either, right?
Yeah.
Well, it's sparking, around him. But right now it doesn't seem to be hurting him.
Okay. So is this accurate here? This whole setup with the chamber and this little kind of, what is this, like a turbine or something connected to this pipe?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And it's currently on?
Yes. Yep, you can see that there's like a purplish light that's kind of pulsing in the middle of that canister where the creature is.
Okay, I'm just gonna phase on through all this here.
Mm-hmm. Just in an effort to shut it down.
Yep.
All right, so you phase through that, and it sparks and sputters, and that purple light that's on there just goes off. Goes off. It goes off. Shit. There.
Clap on.
That thing is supposed to just turn off when I tell it to, and it's not fucking doing it because it's fucking Foundry. I hate this goddamn program. We got to find some other
Systems
bullshit.
in this lab.
This is the worst.
Roll20 is cool. I mean, I like it.
You know, that's what I was using before, and I just felt like I needed something that had a little bit of extra oomph, you know, because I wanted to do stuff like this where you had, you know,
The mist and the
mist
light.
and lighting and all that sort of stuff.
And you-
But-
and you-
That's
and you-
exactly what this has. Like,
And
it's
you
got.
found something that has a little bit extra arg.
Mhm, yeah.
I mean, that's why I went to Foundry too,
Mhm.
kind of, is because I wanted dynamic lighting.
Yep.
Hey, we can
Not
see
because I was paying a monthly fee for dynamic lighting.
Oh,
For
for
Roll20. Yeah, because
20,
that's
yeah.
the only way to get it.
Mhm.
I was like, okay, either I get something that has it already for the same price, roughly.
All right. So,
That's definitely my action.
what's that?
So that's definitely my actions.
Okay. All right. So, Shatter, you're up.
So at this point, I'm okay. I'm gonna do something a little bit drastic here.
Okay.
I'm a Leroy Jenkins a little bit. Get out of this lasso.
He's already fitting right in.
Oh yeah. I'm busting all that glass that's holding that container, that's holding the eagle guy in the container,
Yep.
and I'm gonna rain down the broken pieces on Montana.
Oh, sweet. Okay.
Yeah.
And the matter control is amazing, so I just roll on that scale.
Now, here's a question. Are you doing that all specifically towards him, or are you trying to spread it out in the room?
Not so much a shrapnel in the room. It's going to be pretty well directed at him since he's got me lassoed.
Gotcha.
Or partially, I tell you what, partially at him and partially at the lasso. If I can slice the lasso to get it off of him, I'll do
Okay.
that.
Yeah. In order to get the lasso, you're going to need at least a yellow, because that's considered a bullseye.
Okay. All right. Got it. And that's amazing, right?
Yep.
Okay. Got it. Oh no.
Yeah,
Now-
this is one of those times when you should have said armor.
Yes, and one thing that since you're using a printout sheet there, you don't have the actual karma that's in the Foundry character sheet.
Okay.
You should
Yeah.
have 150 karma points that you can use.
Okay. That's on my sheet here. I do have that.
Oh, it is? Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So with this being your first time, if you want to say karma now, you can, but normally
Okay.
you have to do that before you actually make the roll.
Now that I know that, I will be prepared to do that in the future, but I would like to karma this now that I remember I
Yep.
can even do that.
Yeah, that's fine. Yep, no problem. So you can
Thank
take
you,
it up to a
Skipper.
green. So on the chart there that you have, all you have to do is spend enough points to get you from 13 to the first green block on that chart.
Okay, so hold on a second. Okay, all right, I see here. So 10, 11, amazing. Okay, so I gotta take it up to a 26. So I gotta spend 13 points then. Is that right?
Yep.
Okay, cool. All right, yeah, I'll do that.
Right now, that means Montana is going to take some damage. And that's 50 points, right?
What? I'm sorry. What is 50 points?
Your power is amazing, correct?
Oh yeah. The power is amazing. Mhm. Yep.
I was gonna say, what's the strength of the glass though?
The strength of
The strength of the glass is probably fairly small, but with the amount of glass that he's throwing at him, he can make it to where all those shards would equal up to his power rank, which would be 50. So he is just peppering him with a shotgun spray of shards.
Right on. I was just thinking the glass was probably really strong because it was holding whatever was in there.
There's that too, yes. Okay, so now, so you hit him in the back with just this pepper spray of glass, and I mean it just cuts right through, like cuts off an earlobe, hits him on the side of the neck. He's bleeding profusely from the neck and back area, and it forces him down to his knees. Unfortunately, it didn't sever the lariat, so he's still got a hold of it right now.
Okay.
And it is still projecting the energy that it was projecting before.
Okay. Yep.
And then we go to Hammer, which again probably is not going to be able to do anything because he can't break out of that. So he's pretty much subdued at this point. So we go to Spider Wasp.
Am I able to see what is happening to Shatter?
From your vantage point, yes.
Gotcha. And the Ox, I feel, is subdued.
You feel that he is, yes.
All right. I am rolling for multiple actions.
Okay.
And I roll a white.
All right. So -3 column shifts on the one
what
action
the
that
hell
you
is
have.
going on today? Okay.
For the record, just so I know for future reference, what do you have to get the what do you have to roll to get the extra action?
All right, here's a problem for you. Your fighting is not high enough for you to be able to accomplish extra actions.
Fair enough. Just curious.
That's me too.
Yeah. So once we start racking up some karma points, you're going to probably want to start dumping some into fighting, I think.
Okay.
Right.
All right.
That way it'll at least give you the opportunity to potentially get at least one extra action.
Okay.
Yeah, I have to get a red to get like 2.
Mm-hmm.
Get another one.
I just have to get a green to get 2. If I get a yellow or a red, I get 3. But now I get a friggin' white. But
Also,
anyway,
you don't want me with multiple actions, really.
you can be a bastard. So anyway, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the web shooter and try to grab the lariat and pull it back out of the Montana's hands.
Okay, then you're going to need to move into that room probably to
Gotcha.
be able to do that.
Or right behind, however.
Yeah,
Can I
right
get
inside
past?
the door. Yeah, you should be able to get past. I mean, especially if you're
Okay.
wall crawling, you'll be able to get past.
Gotcha. Okay. Alrighty. Yep. Gotcha. Okay. So yeah, I'll get in, place myself somewhere around there, and shoot the web. Since I'm in the suit,
Mhm.
I get unearthly, but I'm -3, so I'll go incredible and call karma. Incredible. 7. Yeah,
Green.
Baby
I'll
steps.
go ahead and take that up to yellow.
Okay. All right. So you rip that lariat out of his hands with your webs, and it goes flying. As soon as it releases from his hand, power goes off.
Yeah, that's what I was hoping would happen.
So the good news is you don't take any extra damage to your shield shatter because it hadn't rolled back around to him yet. So, and actually, it does roll back around to him now, and he doesn't have a weapon.
That's why you don't fucks with them.
He comes around the corner over this way and out of sight from most of you. The Cuddle Bear might still be able to see him, but then we go to Ox, who is probably not going to be able to break out of that.
It would be monstrous this round.
Right. Yep. Nope. Can't get out of it. Then Snake. That's amazing strength on your box, correct?
The cylinder, yes,
Yep, and it's completely sealed, right?
that is correct.
Okay.
So yeah, eventually they would probably suffocate.
Oops.
All right.
Well, don't worry about it. Snake's going to die faster because it's filling up with dark energy. So don't.
Do you feel like she can sense kind of what's going on in there? Just okay.
Yeah, that is
So-
one of the sort of feats where she has the extrasensory work through
Mhm.
her
Yeah.
pseudopons and things.
You can feel him basically just kind of melt down to just like ooze, and he's sloshing around back and forth in there as this thing is starting to fill up. He's trying to stay away from it, but not having too much luck. And then we come back around to Nyx at that point, so you have 2 more actions.
Well, yeah, I know.
Must be nice.
She's gonna do the Superman float, standing up, as she
Mhm.
moves forward. going to the door.
Mm-hmm.
As she passes by, she'll kind of just delicately caress the cylinder and give a little tap to the cue ball head of Hammer Harrison or whatever. As she gets to the entryway, what does she see? Because all the stuff you've been talking about, she hasn't been able to see anything other than Ox, who is Ox completely webbed up and can't move at all? Can he speak or see?
You got both arms, correct?
Yeah, I got both arms. Right,
Yep.
he's kind of cocooned by. I did him with 2 sleds, so he's like wrapped around his body.
Okay, but he can still see and talk and yell.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, Mr. Cue Ball Head, I'm going it's going to come out of my fingers and just sort of go around his face and his head, and then solidify. And I might make it more like a death mask as opposed to a cue ball. So it's like right around his face.
Okay.
And I'll just solidify it. So I just roll on my ability, right?
Mm-hmm. You got it.
Awesome. I don't think that did anything.
Hey, all right. Nope. But you do have another action, so if you want to try again, you can try again, I guess.
If that's okay, I don't know how the order is. I guess nobody else has a second action, so it's just me, right?
I know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll do the same thing again. And I'm not gonna go for karma because I'm not a little whiny. I got a green.
All right. That's good enough.
I would have been a little whiny if it would have been a white again.
You got that around his face.
Yeah. Okay.
Right.
And it is solidified. And
Right,
she will. Can she still actually walk into the room past him?
Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. All right, so you get a little bit better view of the room. Now that canister has been burst open, and the creature that was inside, this gray-skinned creature with wings, that looks like it's probably about maybe 8 feet tall, has now kind of fallen out of the canister and at the base, right at the base of the canister there.
Awesome.
It is breathing. And then it is your turn again, Nix.
Multiple actions, please.
Okay.
90 yellow.
Okay.
Incredible. Is that just 1 still, or do I get +2?
Was that was a yellow, and you're
There's a yellow on incredible,
so
yeah.
yes, that gives you 2.
A bonus of 2 or 2?
Bonus of 2.
Of 2. All right, so back up to 3. Okay. What do I see like around the corner? I can barely see.
Like this area right in here.
That fixer, yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, you do see him frantically working at a console there, and directly behind him is the guy that's dressed in the 1940s. Oh, you can't see that? Okay.
No.
All right.
Yeah, just I can see the fixer. I've met him before, didn't I? Or
the fixer,
no?
yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Right.
Yep, he's recognizable. Norbert.
Is this right here a platform that goes up above the pipe or something?
Yeah, but it's not very tall. It's probably maybe about 3 feet up off the ground.
But it's a platform of some sort above it. Yeah. So she's going to move to that.
Okay.
And as she does, she's going to envelop the fixer. Same thing.
Okay.
Around his face to try and shut him down. 66 yellow.
Okay. Give him an intuition roll here just to see if he sees it coming. Excellent. Green. Give him an agility roll then. All right, and you got a yellow, correct?
A yellow 66. Yes.
Gotcha. Okay, that wasn't enough for him to be able to dodge out of it. So yeah, you got
him. Okay, that's it.
Just putting bobbleheads on everybody.
I am, really, yeah. Well, this one would be more of a death mask as well. I
Mm-hmm.
really appreciate this.
Okay. Cuddle Bear, back to you.
I will approach the creature and that was in the tube. kind of try to reach out to it. Or are you okay?
Who speaks?
I am Mr. Cuddlebear. Me and my friends have come to shut this place down. It is by happy accident we have found you and freed you.
Bless you.
Are you okay?
All right, we'll have to cut that because we'll continue the conversation next round.
Okay.
We'll go to Fancy Dan. See what old Fancy Dan can do here. He turns around, sees that Montana has taken some damage, and he cuts over into this area right in here to kind of get a better view of what's going on. Sees that, there's a couple of people now that have rushed in. Nix, you happen to be the closest, so I think he's probably going to try to run at you and knock you off your pedestal.
That is such a bad idea. Good luck, Dan.
I'm like 3 feet up, right?
Yep, you are. Yeah.
Good luck with that.
Come at me, bro.
Yeah, for real.
All right, you got a green. So he runs over and attempts to tackle you to knock you off of the pedestal there. You got body armor, right?
I have a resistance of the aura that I have, yeah.
All right, so...
It's remarkable. Yeah, it's remarkable.
Okay, you're actually going to take about 10 damage because he comes at you with both fists and hits you, and those fists are solid. Hits you dead in the chest with it, and I don't think that's going to knock you off, but you definitely feel it.
Okay. On a side note, I figured out why I wasn't able to edit. It's all me.
Okay.
Not
right.
you.
Okay, well that's good. At
not
least.
Foundry, so it's a good point for Foundry. It wasn't them. It was me.
I'll still blame him.
All right. So, does he grapple me or just hit me? Like, what's he doing? I don't understand.
Yeah, he basically is just kind of leaping and just punching up towards you as he jumps with the hope of knocking you off of there. But since he didn't get a yellow, it doesn't really cause you to be thrown off of it. So he kind of lands kind of haphazardly just beneath you.
Okay.
But so you take 10 points of damage total. It would have been 40. And then we go to Shatter.
Okay, so I was also going to go check on the creature, but since Mr. Cuddlebear is doing that, and I see all this shit going down with Fancy Dan and Nix, I take a couple steps up and I start to kind of my actual, what would be my human arms, almost start to like shrink a little bit, and I use them to make my tentacles a little bit longer, and I use the top 2 tentacles to like reach forward and like I want to like grapple Fancy Dan on the shoulders there and kind of pull him backwards.
Sure. Okay, so that's going to be a
edged is what it has on my sheet. Incredible edged.
Yeah.
On my sheet.
Just trying to see that really. Tentacles. Short grappling. So that is for the damage.
Oh, okay.
You're gonna need to make a roll. And we haven't really fleshed out his talents just yet, but I think we need something in there that's going to help with his grappling ability with those things.
Okay.
So I would probably say like wrestling would probably be a good thing maybe for you.
Okay. I'll look through the talents for sure, and kind of reread that section, see what I can do there. But how do we want to go about it for now?
So it would be fighting plus 1 column shift based off of either a martial art or a wrestling.
Okay. All right. Wrestling would be pretty easy to fit into his background, honestly. So,
martial arts is the one for grappling.
So the fighting is good. So I'm rolling on that, right?
What does D give you, Dragon?
D gives you you can check out weak spots in your opponent's defenses. So you can use that to ignore the effects of body armor for determining stun and slam effects.
Mm-hmm. So which one of them was the grappling one? I thought it was D.
No, that's C.
No,
Oh,
grappling.
it's C. Okay. So
Yeah,
what does C do
C.
then?
Yeah, grappling, escaping, and dodging is all C.
And then wrestling gives you the +2 column shifts when grappling.
And C is +1 column shift?
Yep.
Okay. All right. So wrestling, though, gives you +2. Is that correct?
Yep.
Okay. So, yeah, Frick, I would probably take the wrestling.
Okay.
That would give you a +2 column shift. So that would have actually been on the remarkable column instead of the excellent column.
Oh, my bad.
For that last roll.
Okay. So I'm remarkable. Okay.
Yep.
Oh, then that's where the column shift is. I thought it was the result of your number. Okay,
Yep.
I see what you're saying. Okay,
So check the
remarkable.
chart. Since you rolled a 67, does that bump you up to a yellow?
Yeah,
On
it actually
on
does.
remarkable?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So that's good then. Okay. So now that's edge damage. So that's 40 points of damage. And on the edged column, that probably is a stun, isn't it?
Edged is a stun and yellow. Yes.
Awesome.
Okay.
You gotta roll endurance.
So I got that. That's going to be excellent. And you got a white.
Oh,
Shit.
And he will be out for 3 rounds.
Sorry, Fancy Dan.
Damn.
Got your back, Nix.
Okay.
All right.
Well, that's
He's
cool.
out. Okay. So then we're going to move to Spider Wasp.
All right. Since I just saw what just happened there, I'm going to come around here.
And just to describe basically what happened there, you hit him basically on both shoulders with the tentacles and just drive it right dead into his shoulder blades and just rip him back and pull him back into this wall right there.
Ouch.
Perfect.
Multiple karma.
oh,
Jesus Christ. At least I called karma. That'll give me 2. Let's see. Fixer has a black ball on his head.
He does indeed.
well,
On-
death mask, yes.
Yeah, and Montana is running away, correct?
He just has tucked himself around the corner, so you're staring him almost right in the face.
Oh, okay. So he's just being a wussy.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he's just gone
Take him out.
up, so he can't move. And we'll call karma on that too. And that's almost, this is going to come very close to complete my karma. Oh, that's a red automatically.
Okay.
Oh,
Ooh, subtract 4 column shifts from that.
Takes it down to remarkable.
Okay. And what color?
And that is
yellow, yeah.
no, with the karma, that's red.
Still a red?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, cool. All right. All right, so you got him. You web him right up against the little piece of machinery that's right behind him there.
I had to step out real quick. Who do you web?
Montana. Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Just curious.
So let's go. Where did you think you were going?
Yeah, laddie, where is your going now?
That's how I heard it too. I was like, was that the Irish thing?
Yeah.
Where are you going by?
Surely you're not after me Lucky Charms now.
And he
That's
says,
what she said.
he says to you, "Who in the hell do you think you are coming in here like this?"
I'm Spider Wasp.
All right. Ox can't do anything. Fixer, I'm going to try something for him, but it's probably not going to work. Let's see here. Ooh, I don't know. All right, we're going to try this. I don't think it's going to work, but we're going to try it anyway. Material strength is amazing on that again, correct?
Correct.
Okay. Wow, look at that shit.
Uh-oh.
Damn.
He shoots a laser off on the inside of that. And you can feel it starting to kind of burn through. It hasn't burst through at this point, but he's increasing the intensity on it.
Is he getting any? I mean, he's got a death mask on his face, and he's using his eyes as a laser. Is
Yep.
Well, it's burning him at all.
It's coming out of the visor that is in front.
So the heat doesn't like compound inside this mask. He's just burning a hole through it.
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. And
Snake
Nix, back to you.
Well, Snake needs to roll a remarkable endurance.
Oh, okay. You got a white.
Okay, he takes remarkable damage.
All right.
My poison goes so slow when I'm not RPing. It takes forever to do that. All right. Back up to me, huh?
Yep.
Second. This is my second. No, this is my second attack. Yeah, it's my second attack, right?
Second.
All right. I sense that. Nyx will float to there, and will control the helmet that is on the fixer, and slam him into Montana. Head first.
Okay, got it. All right, have at it.
So is Montana like webbed, or is he just lying?
Yeah, he is. He is webbed.
He's webbed. Sorry. Yeah. So the fixer is going to be slammed into Montana. I'm using him as a weapon, ideally to injure them both.
Gotcha.
What shall I do with that? Is that my dark energy control? Obviously, I'm using that.
Yeah, but I think in this for the pinpoint accuracy. I mean, are you wanting to?
My agility is the same level.
Okay, same level. So that's it.
So I'll just roll that. Okay.
Yep. Ooh,
hey,
and he got a 2.
Colin.
I'm sorry, I've rubbed off on you.
So I don't know what that means. At least it wasn't a 1 where I rip off the mask and he just does his own thing.
Yeah.
But did I just chuck him against a wall?
Well, that would do damage. So I would say that it simply just didn't get purchase on him. Yeah, Butterfingers. So you got one more action left if you want to try it again.
Actually, I have a second action.
Oh, do you have a second? Okay.
Action. Yes.
Got it. Go for
Gotcha.
it.
I see what just happened, so I will web up the fixer.
Okay.
Karma.
There you go. He's back.
I am either there or not there tonight.
Easter
Nothing you can
family
do about it.
rolls.
All right, back to Nix.
So the fixer is webbed.
Fancy Dan, is he stuck on the wall from being the glass? What is his? Is he on the ground just kind of waiting, or is he stuck on the wall with his?
Did you want to keep a hold of him, Frick?
No need to. No, I figured once I jerked backwards, I retracted the tentacles and he
cool.
flying.
Yep. So he's down on the ground then.
He's not showing any damage, by the way.
Oh, thanks.
So he is not.
He is.
Well, he's got the little sleep thing, whatever icons. I assume he's down, but.
Oh, I didn't see. Yeah, I see the little sleep icon now.
I think it was going to come to this so fast, but I'm down to hurt these boys.
So that is back to you, Nix.
Okay. I am going to release a pseudopod to wrap up the fixer and bring him towards me and just like hold him up, wrapped around. So he's already webbed up, but I've got this, and I don't think my poison will affect the web at this stage. I've seen what spider wasp can do.
Okay.
So I will hold him up to me and dissolve the. You know what? Fuck, he's got a visor. No, I don't want to do that. Is he? Can I still feel the heat coming from inside?
He's still trying to burn through.
Maybe I don't want to bring him to me. Can I don't know like about the charging. Do I need at least like an area to do a charge? Or I just want to like ram him.
Right. You can still do that. You're just not going to get any extra column shifts for it.
Okay. So if I just like had that pseudopod, instead of wrapping around him, just like a piston slamming him in the face, that would be just my normal amazing stuff. Okay, I'll do that.
Okay.
It's green. Amazing.
And your strength is amazing then too when you do that?
Well, it's the material strength of the object, right? Which is amazing. Like I'm creating a solid cylinder.
In this case, you're one column off, so yes, it would be amazing. So yeah,
it's amazing. Oh, okay.
Yep. All right, so we'll bring you on over and pop him in the face.
Oh no, I'm not there.
Not you. Okay.
From that distance. I
got you. Okay.
So yeah, it's going to be in the direction of that. So
okay, cool.
Ideally, slamming into whatever the hell's over there.
Don't hit me in the back of the head.
I have good aim.
And that was a green. Okay, so you hit him, and it knocks him basically off of his feet, and he falls down to the ground. Let me roll an endurance for him. Just to see if he maintains. Remarkable.
Yeah, he's still got his mask on, so.
Yep. Okay. All right. So we rolled back around to the next round, which then comes back to Nyx.
Roll for multiple actions. 85. So I believe that is 3.
That's 3.
Okay. What is Montana doing? Is he unconscious or just down?
He's just down, and he's spouting off profanities towards Spider Wasp.
And he's webbed.
And he's webbed?
Yeah.
He just can... Yeah, okay. I'm going to summon the dark energy as he's yelling into his mouth and just kind of just come out of his mouth and solidify.
Ew. Okay. Intending on damage there?
Well, not enough at that point. It's really just filling his mouth and then solidifying. So it's more like a grapple, I guess, or I don't know.
Really dark, bro. Do you want to talk about some stuff?
I'm literally inky black. Yes, I'm very dark. I'm very dark. You'd be glad I'm not killing people like left and right at this point.
Now,
not that I could, but like I'm not trying to. That's the difference.
Do you want to do damage to him in order to basically put him to sleep?
Why not?
Okay, because you can
You
say
need
I'm,
dentures.
you can say I'm going to pull the damage and just bring it down. Basically, bring him down to. I think you can
Do a knockout instead of a kill.
Yeah, you should be able to do that.
I will do that.
Okay.
He can still breathe through his nose, but his mouth he's not usable unless he's got more than amazing chompers.
So he is now officially out.
That's my first attack. I'm done.
Okay. All right. Mr. Cuddlebear, back to you.
Speaking with whatever this entity is.
You asked him if he was okay. I am weak, but I thank you for getting me out of there.
Where do you come from?
I come from another plane of existence, but a place close by where we can watch.
We? How many more of you?
200.
100. How did you come to be caught here?
Not enough time. Still in the middle of battle. You got to wait for more information.
All
I'm
right.
going to dole it out slowly.
Great.
Let's see here. Dan is out. Shatter, it's back to you.
Okay, I'm going to kind of like walk up so I can see what's going on in here. What's going on with the fixer again? What's happening
Fixer
there?
is now on the ground and writhing back and forth, trying to get this mask off of him.
Okay.
He's webbed too, right?
Mhm.
I webbed
Now,
him, right?
yeah, and he's webbed. Directly behind him is a doorway that you know leads to Professor Power's office.
I want to try to get as close to. I mean, so we've got Cuddle Bear taking care of that thing. Fixer and Montana are pretty well down. The other two are stuck in that other room.
Yep.
I came here to look for Power. That's where I'm headed.
Okay.
As close as I can get to that door. If I can't
Yep.
make it all the way through.
You can definitely get there. Now, if you click on the little door, that will actually open it up for you. There you go.
Okay.
And then you can walk in there.
Nice.
Did you hear the door open, Dragon?
Hey, dude.
I did.
Okay. So as the door opens and I can see across the room, I'm like, Professor! And I'm like trying to get his attention.
Oh, cool.
All right. And he looks up and spots you and he says, Sebastian, you're all right.
I immediately, I'm like, I almost just, I'm like, all right. Look, I'm not all right. I need your help. I don't want to be like this anymore. Your men out there attacked me.
Okay, we're going to continue with the attacking. We'll come back to this conversation here momentarily as well. So let's see, that goes to Shatter, Hammer, he's out, Spider Wasp to you.
All right. So Montana's down. Fixer looks like he's taken care of. Ox is tied up. I just saw Shatter go this way, so I am going in to
Okay.
the room as well.
All right.
Apparently, there's a wall there.
There you go.
And
you can easily climb in over top.
Yeah,
of
exactly.
him.
That's what I would do. And what does this guy look like?
Right. So, Shatter should probably describe to you. He looks a little different than the last time that you saw him.
Okay.
He now has some sort of like power armor over top of his frame, and it's orange and green in color. And if you kind of scroll in to his token, you can kind of get a little bit of a look to see kind of what it looks like. It's a little bit of a low rent kind of Iron Man armor, segmented green and orange with a little bit of a green kind of glowing area there on his chest.
Okay.
Did I hear any of the conversation that just happened?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Rolling for multiples.
Okay.
Mother.
You get one at -3.
He's getting webbed.
Okay.
Karma. Let's see. So that's remarkable then. 62, which is actually green, so I will spend the 10 to take it to the yellow.
Okay. All right, subtract 4 columns just from that.
That's what I did.
Subtract 4 more from it.
Oh. Still agreeing.
Okay. Yeah, you should have only subtracted 3 to begin with, and then
3. Gotcha.
I'm asking you to do 4
Gotcha.
now on top of that.
Incredible. Still agree.
Okay. All right. So you hit him. It's maybe not as solid as what you had hoped. Let's see where he's at on the initiative table here. Okay, so that was Spider Wasp, and then it looks like it's actually his turn. So let's see if he can break out of that. Strength is remarkable the first round, right?
Incredible the first round.
Oh, incredible
Monstrous
the first
second.
round.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Right? Wait, hold on. Let me double
I
check
thought
that.
it was remarkable.
Let me double check that. I might be.
When I helped him replicate the formula, we made it better.
Oh, did you?
Mm-hmm. And this is coming out of the suit as well, rather than what I made.
Mm-hmm. Okay, well, it didn't work anyway. So yeah, you got him. He can't break out of it. All right, Fixer's going to continue to try to break through.
Yeah, and it is incredible and monstrous.
Okay, got it.
Dumped it out.
All right,
And
doesn't
Snake
work.
will need to roll his endurance feat minus 1 column shift.
So that puts him at
It's a remarkable feat.
Yep, nope. That's going to hurt.
He takes 30 points more.
Okay.
If I feel him
Losing
similar
consciousness.
yeah, similar to Fancy Dan or Montana, if I notice that he stops sloshing around like
Mhm.
a bowl of water, and then maybe I'll just sort of let it dry up a little bit. But yeah.
Okay. All right.
Is it my
I
turn
think
again?
that goes back to you. Yeah.
Oh, yay. This is the second attack, right? Or the third?
Mhm.
I can't remember.
Second.
Second? All right. She's gonna go up and kind of just tap on the Fixer's face. Just, just like duck. And then she's gonna slowly walk over to the entryway to the new room. What does she see once she gets in here? Professor Powers, what is he?
He's been webbed up now.
He's webbed up, but he's still talking and everything, or
He was talking before he got interrupted. Yes. Yeah. And then that's it for you.
as my second action.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to say, is this the man who has the answers, both to the two people who are in front of me? You can tell, like, Colin, you seem like it's Nyx is talking directly to you. But Shatter, you hear her as well.
Yeah. And I pipe up real quick. I'm like, that's the professor. But you can take the web off. He's not going to hurt us. Don't hurt him. Let's just talk to him. Come on.
You don't know that. His people attacked us. They attacked us for a reason.
His people, not him. We've taken care of them. Let my professor go.
No.
Let my professor go.
All right.
Okay.
I'm frustrated, but I'm not doing anything about it just yet. I'm just kind of shouty about it.
He's
All right.
fine.
While you guys are arguing there, let me jump back to Cuddle Bear. We're going to call Fixer out at this point because he can't break through his thing. The other ones that are on the verge of passing out, they will eventually just pass out. You can sense when that happens, and you can turn your magics off. So Cuddle Bear, he said that there were 200 more.
And then I had asked how he came to be caught by these people.
Here, help me stand, little one.
Okay.
Meow meow.
I am stronger than I look. You may put your weight on me.
Turn your little paw jets on.
This is the best damn cat.
He kind of half crawls over to that area where the platform is that kind of runs over the tube that runs out of the canister that he was in, and he says, I am an angel of the Grigori order.
I'm sorry, an angel?
We are a race of angels, yes. And we were placed on Earth as caretakers of mankind. But due to our closeness with the humans, many of us gave in to our desires and laid down with humankind. This resulted in our order being banished from heaven, as the offspring of our union with the mortal kind resulted in the creation of the Nephilim, angel-human hybrids. I have lived among your kind for several millennia. We venture out into the mortal world from time to time, and on my most recent exploration, I was captured by what I believed to be men of the cloth. But they have been corrupted. I know not who they are, nor who their infernal master may be, but they are driven by dark forces.
Are more of your kind being held?
No, I believe I am the only of my kind on this mortal plane. I came with the guide, and unfortunately, during the process of this cataclysm that has affected your universe, my guide was destroyed, and I lost means of return back to my plane.
See. And then these people have been experimenting with you?
Yes, they have been taking portions of my essence and adding it to whatever infernal concoction it is that they've been creating.
You've been using your essence to make drugs, to give people incredible abilities.
There is more to it, I believe, than that.
We need to get you out of here.
Yes. All right, we'll shift real quick back into the other office there.
Look at
Sebastian, who are these people? Who have you brought here?
what are you doing here, Professor? We're asking the questions.
Who are they, Sebastian? Who are these people?
I turned to Spider Wasp and I'm like, you can keep him wet. Just let me talk to him. And I slowly walk to Professor and I'm looking at him. I notice the kind of change in his appearance and I'm like, Professor, what's happened to you?
I truthfully don't know what we've gotten ourselves wrapped up in. There's more at work here than I ever thought.
At that point, I say, I'm like, how could this have happened? The gyms, they never hurt anybody when I was here before, but the second we got here, we were attacked. We got to get you out of here, Professor.
There are people watching this lab, and what we're producing here, word is, I think, is getting out, and more people are coming to look for it. Mr. Blue, our original benefactor, I believe he has a bead on where we're located as well. We're trying to complete as much as we can, deplete that creature of whatever essence it has, and make as much product as we can.
Well, wait. You're creating K from that friggin' creature over there?
Yes, that's the element that we were missing all of this time.
That's insane. That's barbaric.
That's not the work that we worked on when I was here, Professor. What have you gotten yourself into? We got to get. You said the lab is being watched. We got to get you out of here, guys. Come on, help me. We got to take him with us. We got to get out of this before more people show up.
Only reason I would agree to it is because he can help us take the people above him down and possibly get us to them. It's the only reason I'm agreeing to this.
He will help us. I just know it. Professor.
Yes.
If we can get you out of here and take you with us, can you help us find Mr. Blue and the people making you do this?
I don't know that I can find Mr. Blue. I never had any contact with him other than over the internet. That was the only contact that we had, just through old AOL chat rooms. That was the only way that he would talk to me.
People still use AOL?
It still exists, if you know where to look. But these others that came in here, and Mr. Lee, the other benefactor, they brought the other guy, Bert. He is the one that is handling the distribution outside of what Mr. Lee is taking. If we're going, we're going to need Bert.
Nix.
How
many people can you transport?
As long as it's light enough for me to move it. I don't know what that might be.
Can you take the Professor, Bert, and the Fixer?
In a moment. She turns and goes towards Cuddle Bear and the Nephilim. Mm-hmm. Or not the Nephilim, but the...
Mm-hmm. And they are now seated. Did I make him invisible?
Yeah,
there we go. Sorry, there we go.
Oh, okay, sweet.
So he's over here. Cuddle Bear is over here with him.
Yeah, she will say, yes, of course. And she's going to fly directly towards Erling.
The angel turns and he looks and sees you coming, and he recoils ever so slightly.
She opens up her arms,
mm-hmm.
and then she slowly comes down towards him and says, "Child, I am the night. Use me. I will cover you and protect you until you can go home." As if she knows or recognizes, and she will say it in a long dead language that seems to just feel natural. I mean, Maya knows it, but in her research, now that she's a young kid. Sorry. Oh no.
And
but yeah, she's basically treating him as like, oh, you are the children of, it's basically become more religious and sacrosanct or whatever. And so he's just like paying attention to him and realizes in her mind, this is a child of the gods, a creation, and that she is night, she will protect him until he can go home.
Mm-hmm.
And she will almost embrace, but as she does, it becomes hard on her arms, and like her aura becomes solid, and she kind of just reaches out and kind of tries to console.
Yeah, and Little Bird like, don't touch him.
Wait, are you saying to Nix don't touch him?
Yeah.
You don't stop, do you?
No.
Okay. He reaches up as she is coming in to return the embrace. And the two of them touch, they embrace, and he says in the language that you spoke to him in,
Oh, okay.
Mother, we thought you lost. And I think we'll call it there. That's a good spot.
What the hell does that mean?
What's that?
I said, what the hell does that mean?
Yeah. Oh. Well,
All right. Well, good game tonight, guys. That was fun.
Yeah, that sure was. Thanks, y'all.
Sounds good. Talk
All right.
to y'all
See you
soon.
later.
See you later.
It's a pleasure.
Bye.
Dennis, take it easy. Peace out.
Bye.